DivineAmber44.com, 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 DivineAmber44.com.
Peace and green tea, everybody. What's up? What's up? I want to do a short one. It's like, since this 2012 has gone, we've entered into 2012, I've been seeing more and more how much of the Matrix this is, how much we're in the Matrix, how much I'm recognizing my own personal divinity, godhood, whatever you want to call it, in a sense of just seeing this separateness of the avatar that I'm choosing to be in this reality versus the real me. And is wild to me because it's like, it's just been non-stop experiences. Like, every little thing is like kicking it up a notch. This 2020 energy is really is a time where we're going to be a couple years from now and see how much everybody was calling similar evolving taking place within them between the end of 2019 and in this 2020 right now, because I'm seeing so much of that experience of similar to like the end of 2011, where everybody was getting these certain breakthroughs or this certain feeling or certain things was going on and entering into 2012, and how everyone was evolving during 2012. That's what it was about. I think the whole Mayan calendar and all these type of things, I think it was more about that as like a personal experience of, if you're in that life, you start having these evolving experiences. But I just, I'm taking it day by day. It gets so annoying to me sometimes, even interacting with people. But like, I recently been looking at my birth charts, recently looking into my numerology and seeing all these different synchronicities to things that I was being told when I was younger on a spiritual level, things that I've seen in meditations, seeing my life path number. Like, it's like a lot of things that I'm just like, oh shit, like I'm seeing all these dots connecting, I'm seeing all these things connecting that are telling me what is my purpose, why am I here, what should I be doing. And it's like so many of the things that I may have went through when I was younger, the hardships and the different just pain and shit, you know what I mean, all the different conflicts growing up, like non-stop, like it just seemed like an ongoing thing. Like, and you see it's for a reason. Even when I would hear people say, oh, it's karma, and I'm like, bitch, I'll be out here doing good, thinking good, and still feeling like I'm attracting so many negative situations and not understanding, well, what the fuck is that about? Even when I was a religious person, I took it seriously. I didn't pray for a new basketball, I didn't pray for new sneakers or any superficial shit. I always took those things serious. I believed in what I believed in, and I followed it through with a certain amount of faith. And I felt like it served its purpose then and there. But I feel like right now, I'm seeing so clearly how much these hardships have really been something to fuel me. I recently was told, like, from looking at my numerology and birth chart, it was basically hearing these different people describe my birth chart, or different people describe my numerology, and one of the things that came through was like, you went through so much of this shit because if you didn't go through this shit, you would have never been into these other things that you're supposed to be into that makes you stronger. You wouldn't have studied your spiritual studies as deeply. You wouldn't have went through these different initiations. You wouldn't have studied the dark side stuff. You would just stay away from the dark side stuff. You would just say, oh, that's demonized, that's wicked, that's evil, whatever the case may be, and you would have just, been one of those people. Like, sometimes we sometimes, if you're the type of person that like is a part of this life, this your energy, your God energy, your spiritual energy is on that high vibrational energy, and that's really who you are. You recognize it. If you were born into a comfortable life, you would have to really denounce those things to grow. You would have to denounce those things to evolve. You would have to be like the Buddha. He left the palace to go see the world, and there's so many. I had so many opinions of that story when I was younger, because I read the story when I was a teenager, and I had so many opinions of it. I was like, there's so many things that came to mind, but I see that in my own personal, like, I'm even regardless of, even if I wasn't born into luxury and all these kind of things, I still feel right now, and I feel like, dude, I can go off somewhere on my own and be satisfied on my own, you know, to bring the things that are important to me, read my books, read my lectures, do my thing, keep it moving, you know what I mean? I'll be satisfied on my own, just avoid these haters and negativity and all these kind of things. But I know at the same time, I was hearing it repeatedly, like, no, you went through those things so that you can come out here and tell your story, so you can come out here and create and make and do things that are going to be supposed to be changing things. And I used to ask the question, well, why the fuck are we trying to change the Matrix? If it's the Matrix, let this bitch blow. Why the fuck are we trying to help or heal this earth? And I'm thinking of it like, well, you hear often we say as above, so below. So like, if we fix up these lower realms, wouldn't it help the higher realms? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think about different theories on it, different views on it. Like, well, what is the whole point and purpose of this? But even if your purpose was to wake other people up, to raise them up out of this lower frequency, to raise them up out of their sleeping state into a higher state from the things you're doing, or even if you were making things better, we all chose to be here for a reason. You know, we chose to be in this video game for a reason. So yeah, I had to pause it. All the trucks going by, but when we have these moments of going through these things in our life, we never really see it for a positive. Like, even this morning I heard something in a talk show saying how is a good thing to look at all the experiences in your life as one journey, in a sense that even when the bad things happen, it's only serving a higher purpose, that your whole life experience is one big blessing, is one big journey. And it's not to look at it like, oh, those are the good times, those are the bad times. It's like, everything is needed in order to push you forward. Everything is needed in order to help you evolve. All of it is needed in the mix. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't just, you're gonna have to break some eggs to make that cake. You're gonna have to put it in heat. It can't just be sugar and water and stir. You're gonna have to do something. Something is gonna happen. Some grain is gonna have to be picked and gonna have to be grounded down. You know what I mean? That's just a part of it. You know what I mean? It takes different things in the mix to make something happen. You know what I mean? It's wild, because it's like, I had so many questions when I was younger that I wish I could tell myself now, but it's better to know now than to not know at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, you know, like I said, day by day, I stay going in nature, because I feel like it's one of those things that balance me out. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that just can feel good and be good and on a pleasure level, but I feel like there's certain things that just do things for you on a spiritual level. Even there's things that we consume that could be good for our mental, our health, our spiritual. And while I'm on that topic, yo, shout out to fucking Dunkin' Donuts for making that matcha tea. Let me tell you, first of all, matcha tea was one of those teas that was a little more expensive back in the day. So it was a little harder to come by. Once in a while you see it, or whatever the case may be. But matcha tea, for those that don't know, I'm gonna do a video on matcha tea, but really quick note, matcha tea is good for your mental, it's good for your physical, your skin, your immune system, your health, your cognitive your stuff. You know, it's so many things that it does. But for it to be in like a mainstream corporation like Dunkin' Donuts, that you can go and get it, man. I was having this matcha tea like every day for like a week while I was on vacation. I was feeling like it was fueling certain spiritual things that was taking place while I was on the trip. And I got to do a video on that whole trip that I just took. But I went to this temple, and they had these big gold Buddhas and all these different things, but they had these little like jade men in the temple. And I was like, oh, at first I thought it was a green terror, and I was like, nah, that ain't green terror. That's not terror. That's like another one of these like green entities, like a diva, like a diva that you see. One of the devatas, like with his crown or whatever, you be seeing him around sometime, like he in some of the Thai artwork. So I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. I'm telling you, I'm drinking this daggone matcha tea this whole time. So that night, the PG version of that night, I just kept seeing me. I kept seeing me and this other person green. We're both green, gold crowns. It was wild. You know what I mean? It was wild. But I'm saying that to say, man, that tea, yo, shout out to Dunkin' Donuts for making that tea. It's really good. I like the taste. I get mine without milk. I do the hot without milk. But I've tried it in all the other ways too. But that's a good one. But anything, like, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Like when life is getting hard with you, just take a break, man. Take some time to meditate. Meditation should be happening every day, several times a day. You know what I mean? Meditation should be happening often. You know what I mean? Like, just do those things we got to do. Sometimes we fight with ourselves to do the things that we need to do. That's going to be the biggest things that can help us. You know what I mean? That's going to be the biggest things to help us. Like, sometimes, like, when your life just gets so rough, and just understand there's a reason for it, and check yourself and say, like, what am I doing anything to attract these things? Where am I at mentally? You know what I mean? Just focus your mind on more positive thinking, or more optimistic thinking, or more of your godhood thought form. Like, you gotta set up your thoughts in more of a divine, that's what I'm looking for, divine way. You know what I mean? Like, don't let yourself give negative self-talk all the time and think that that's not going to influence your life. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get yourself out there and face your challenges. A lot of times the challenges we have to face aren't even really, it's hard to us personally, but it's not a big deal when you think of it. And like, some of us been asked since we were younger, you're supposed to be a teacher, you're supposed to be doing, you know, so you're supposed to be a healer, and someone would think like, oh, you know, it's like this. There's people that want to be musicians because they want clout, they want fame, they want money, they want attention, and so on and so forth. And there's people that's been asked on a spiritual level to do music, and they're on the fence about it. Where's the next Bob Marley? You know what I mean? Where's the next person that's going to be creating music that is healing to hear? You know what I mean? We're in a time where the healers, you know, it's kind of a lower level to say that you're laying hands on people as a healer. You know what I mean? And I gotta do something for the healers, because it's so, I know it's so many of them out there getting beat the fuck up on a regular basis. But know that you have a purpose. Know that you're doing these things for a reason. All right, I'm gonna leave it there because my time is running out on my battery. But truth, like, when you're going through those ups and downs, know all of it is made for you. All of it is meant to make you stronger. This is what makes you stronger. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Peace, man.